Alicia, hello. Deonda, hello. Okay. I stopped put ice cubes in my drink. I don't think anybody's come back. That's all right. I'm gonna finish my taco though. Yeehaw. So what'd you guys think? Daggone it. Am I on? Snickerdoodle, hello. Am I on? I must be. Saw Snickerdoodle. So what'd you guys think? See, this meat isn't so greasy. Yay. Well, at least I proved my point. You need to send that to Walmart Court. I am. I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to get a couple more stores in there. Actually, it was an eye-opener. It's sad. It is. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know? I'm not at a point where I need a scooter, but still have trouble reaching high shelves. Not everybody has the luxury of ordering and then pick up roadside pickup or curbside pickup. Not everybody has, first of all, that luxury. Secondly, if you are disabled and you get the food card, they don't accept the food card. So you have to go in. Unless you go and get little bits at a time, like we just saw with that one thing on the way out. But most people who are in wheelchairs and they bring their own, it's a hassle. You know, it's like I had to find someone with a car to go. Some Walmarts deliver. We just don't have that yet here, I don't think. One time I hear yes, one time I hear no. I think the pharmacy delivery is going. I don't know. So, yeah. Deanna, you should go with me on some of these. I'm dead serious. I've not tried the order then pickup method yet. Oh, it's my favorite way to shop. It's that people have become complacent to people with disabilities. They have. They have. And it's not like it's not talked about, because you heard that couple, the lady said they talked about that the other day at work. They didn't put as many tomatoes on this one. John was like, I would love to. Yeah, I'll just make sure my mom has enough bail money for us both. Because some places we actually may be kicked out of. Because the way the higher law works is that if a company asks you to leave their property and you don't leave, you're automatically trespassed and you can be picked up. All they have to do is say it. That's the high law. Even if it's a federal public building. Some states are not like that. You have to go to the police, file a report, and this and that, and then run it through, and then they're officially on notice. Then you give the notice to the person, and then if they come back, then they're trespassed. They do it right then and there. All they have to do is say, you need to leave. And you can be trespassed right then and there. That is your warning. That is your one and only warning. And you can get arrested. Most companies don't do it, but that's the law. Let's just say most companies here don't do it. I don't even think they know. But so we just might. You never know. You never know what will happen. Never know. So I get the look when I park in the handicap parking and walk in. So do I. They think they know, but not really. Yeah. Just like when Walmart stops you and demands to look at your receipt. They can call the cops. By law, you do not have to show it. Girl in 12, hello. By law, you do not have to show Walmart your receipt. They can say whatever. It's our policy. It doesn't matter. I know what the law is. You can ask, and I can refuse. And that's all there is to it. That's the end of the conversation. But I know here at my Walmart, they don't give a shit. They really don't. They don't give a crap. They don't care. They really don't care around here. Record me all you want. They check on 21st Street. Well, we're going to have to go through. And I'm going to have to go live. And then I show mine because I have nothing to hide. I know, but it's It's the point. There's a meaning behind that. Vintage gal, hello. I show mine too. Look, I went through the things that went off. They say, "Man, let me see a receipt," and I'll be like, "Yeah, right." I mean, it's right there. I just left. I'm just walking home. The receipt's right there. I'll be like, "Yeah, there," and they'll look to make sure I paid for that item. It's usually electronics. I've done it, but it's the idea. It's the point of the matter. They can ask and you can refuse, and that's the end of the conversation. It's not a law. Technically, they can't check it unless the alarm goes off. They can't check it even if the alarm does go off. They cannot check it. It is not a law. It may be their policy, but there is a difference between policy and law. They could ask you to never shop there again. They can do everything else but they can't. What if you refuse and they won't let you leave? They have to let you leave. I want to see you go off on them, Les. Oh, I know my rights. I've always known my rights. I'm a nice person. Look, normally, like I said, I've shown them receipt and all that. But they have to let you leave. If not, that's called false detainment. They cannot detain you. And if they do, and they try to take your cart after you've paid for them. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because there have been lots of Walmarts, and I've been watching them. They will take your cart and everything you just paid for, and you can go, but the cart has to stay. No, it's my property now, bitch. Oh, nothing. I'm just saying, with Walmart's, even if the alarm goes off, you do not have to show them a receipt. How many times have I been through there? The alarm goes off, and I just got done paying for it. It happens. They ask you to see the receipt, say no, thank you, and just keep walking. If they try to detain you, if they try to stop you from leaving, that's called false detainment. That is against the law. That is against the law. What they're doing is against the law. Don't let them tell you otherwise. It's false detainment. Cops can't even do that. Police officers cannot even do that. And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. But they will. And they have. They've even called police, and the police get there and say, there's nothing we can do. And what's funny is they sat there and saw you go through the checkout. No, that's some bullshit that they could keep your groceries or whatever you bought. They have. They can't. They do it, but they cannot legally do it. Is this sovereign stuff? No. Rosie Leon. Rosie. Must not be working or on a break or something. No, this is not sovereign stuff. This is just some of the things that I've been learning and researching and stuff. And I checked on the law on that, the check and receipt thing. They cannot. But there is a difference between policy and law. And like I said, I'll show my receipt. I don't care. I just paid for the shit, Rosie, we went on a field trip and you weren't there. But, when I check into something, I start in on one thing and then I get off on 5 different branches because I'm nosy. I'm like, I wonder. And I'll see something that catches my eye. They keep them and not give you a refund. Exactly. Exactly. They have done that. Yes, and that's because I was looking for something else dealing with the Disabilities Act. We didn't really miss anything because there was like no one in here and I was finishing my other taco. So, but I was looking at the disability thing, and then you know how you're looking at something, you're researching, and then something catches your eye, and you're like, and then you start, like, I'll start having questions in my head, so I go off on this tangent, and that takes me to another tangent, to another one, and this, I'm just telling you everything that I learned. That's all. That's all. And I wish I knew somebody around here that had a service dog. You don't know how bad I want somebody who has a service dog around here, because I would be like, hey, let's go places. Can you call the police on them if they take your property? Then I would in a New York minute. I would in a New York minute. Yep. Because you paid for it, you have your receipt, and they took it. Dolphin Lover, hello, welcome back. But if they took my cart with everything I just paid, because I refused to show them a receipt, which is by law I'm protected, and yeah, they're gonna get the police called on them. I'll be like, I paid for all this shit. They took it because I wouldn't show them a receipt, which is their policy, but it's not the law. I checked it. I literally checked it. Oh hell no! I would be going off on someone and be thrown in jail. Picture like Medea in that movie at the drive-thru. That would be me. Hell yeah. Why would they keep it though? Because they feel they would keep it because you didn't show their receipt, show your receipt. So they'll keep the card. Ask Katie Jazz Bay for a dog. Just say, I need someone where I live. I need someone where I live with a service dog. Because I'd be like, hey, let's go out to eat. I would. And then have somebody deny it. I'd be up in their faces quick and shit. Dead serious. And like I said, one of the biggest ones to refuse service if you bring a service dog in is Starbucks. They're one of the biggest ones. I'm about ready to start a letter writing campaign. What do y'all think? Because service dog goes along with handicap, disabilities, or whatever you want to call it. They're covered under the Americans with Disabilities Act. You don't know any cops that are friends? Not anymore. I mean, I know them. I mean, I do. I know the sheriff. You know, or sheriff deputy. The sheriff. I know them, but I don't know. Like in Heath, I know them, but I don't know them. Not like I used to, where we can go up and we would see them in the grocery store, whatever, talk, this, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? They're all retired. There is one that is my age, one went to school with her, but she acts like she doesn't even know me. And I'm like, really? Really? Is that in every state or certain ones? What, hon? Oh, yeah, they can't deny a service animal. That's the law. But they do. They do. You would be surprised how many places will deny you service if you bring in a service dog. Alicia, I'm not exactly what are you asking? Is that every state or certain ones? Showing a receipt. That's in all of them. Yeah, the law is federal law. That's not a state law. That's federal law about the receipts. Yeah, there are those cops. Yeah. Yeah, they're not supposed to deny them, but they do. I'll be up in their faces quicker than shit. I get mad just watching it. And they're like, they talk to us people on the street like we don't know anything. Look, I may not have went to law school for that, but I sure as to fucking read. So those with service dogs are definitely covered under the Americans with Disability Act. As a matter of fact, they're above those with wheelchairs, actually, if you want to know the truth. I don't think it's the way it's written is in the order that's written in is any. I'm just saying. There's a lady in my building that has one. Ooh, we had to go take her to lunch a couple times. Or there again, I would go off and even let my dog take a shit on their floor. I think it's ridiculous. I really do. But like you said, we've become complacent to those who have issues, whether it be a full blown handicap or or a hidden one. It doesn't matter either way. It does not matter either way. What you think is a handicap, it's not up to the store owner or not up to another single person to decide what your doctor already knows, whether you're handicapped or not. White picket fence, hello. She knows her rights too. I've seen her go off on someone. Yeah. Just stop by for a minute. Well, I'm glad you did pick a fence. So yeah. The thing of it is, it's just that it seems to me like those that do not have any kind of infirmity, I mean, not affirmity, any kind of infirmity, don't understand, they don't care because they think it's not going to happen to them. I thought I'd be a brick wall for the rest of my life and nothing would happen to me, no matter how bad I willed it. Well, you can't will yourself out of a heart attack. It just doesn't happen. Your body does take over. You are not in control. And maybe when these people, if something would happen to them, I'm in a wheelchair and never thought it would happen to me. Yeah, one of these days I will be. I know that. Maybe not for another 20, 30 years, but one of these days. But then again, it could happen tomorrow. You never know. Rosa Studios loved your Walmart trip. Well, thank you, thank you. Diana says, I'm disabled, depression, anxiety, just because they can't see it physically doesn't mean it's not there. Pisses me off. I'm only 58, says Picket Fence. You never know. Like I said, I always thought I was going to be a bulldozer. I've always been a workhorse. Oh, I was always strong. Never got intimidated. And, well, I don't really get too intimidated now. I've always been even keel till you've pissed me off. I'll take a lot of shit, but it's the same with MS. I never know from day to day how I'm going to feel. Exactly. And it's not up to somebody else walking on the street to decide whether you have a disability or not. Your doctor already knows if you do. But the point is, for those that do have a disability, most of the studios, hi to everybody in the chat. Those who do, whether you can see it or not, whether you think it's pertinent or not, the point is you do, and they're thrown by the side. It's like a wasteful society. It's like, oh, if you're not perfect, then you don't count. Diana, I have terrible anxiety. It's very troubling. You can't see it, but inside I'm a mess from it. Exactly. Not all disabilities can be seen. Exactly. Exactly. Just like you have people who are epileptic. Okay, they have service dogs that can smell that shit before it even comes on. You know what I mean? So they can take precautions. Take whatever meds they need to take or this and that. And do you know how much money that saves on trips to the hospital? Do you know how much embarrassment that saves? Having a dog that can sniff out your epilepsy? So you don't. I mean, it's like if you're out in public, it's embarrassing. It's beyond embarrassing, especially if you're alone and nobody knows what to do. It saves on trips to the hospital. That's money saved. Ambulance trips. That's money saved. My anxiety attack is too bad. I black out. It's not good. White pig fence. We are treated like throwaways. I got my chair. Got my chair hit all the time out in the grocery store. I'm not so quiet about it. Exactly. But, I'm trying to say, I'm not saving anybody. I'm just trying to raise awareness. And like I told the people at that couple at Walmart, I was like, look, I may not be able to change a thing, but at least I can start making noise. Cassandra, this is first studio second choice. I hit that like for you again. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Make some noise. We are not a throwaway society. Just like physically, no, I can't do, I cannot do the things I used to do. And trust me, that's depressing enough. But my mind is still there. I'm still able to do things for myself. And that's why, like I said in the store, there's a lot of things I can't do that I used to, and it pisses me off. But the things I can, I do. I ask nobody. I ask nobody. I have 5 dogs, and they know when it's a bad day for me and try to console me and cuddle. Oh, yeah, dogs. I love dogs. Dolphin, my daughter has fainting spells that turn into seizures, but it would help if she had an aid dog. Yes, it would. Thank you for last night's chat, says Judith. It kind of made me wake up today and be more productive for my family. Your personal words, you and Zig said, kind of helped. Well, thank you. And I'm sure if Ziggy was here, she would say thank you also. Maybe call the local TV station. I will once I get a lot more evidence. Once I get some more information under my belt, I probably will. Because I plan on making a stink eventually. I have a panic attack when bad. I force myself to go to work hoping I'm okay at work. Cassandra says, you do make a change with your channel and you create a safe place and are very likable. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't usually go out of my house much because of it, says Deonta. You'll go out of your damn house if I go over there and drag you. I mean, come on. I told my doctor today I'm very agoraphobic. If not for my husband and sis-in-law helping me through it. Aww. Aww. Shut your mouth says hello, everyone. Hello. Vintage, I can't work anymore because of it, says Deonda. I know one thing. I still do. I still do. And I may not be as quick on some things. I may not be as quick. But I still do it. I'll get her done eventually. I may sleep a lot more. We have a family business, so I must help out. See, that forces you to get out. Shut Your Mouth says, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I got my disability for depression, anxiety, and agoraphobia. I get it. I don't think I'll ever have agoraphobia. I like getting out too much. I like going and doing shit too much. I don't, they say I have high anxiety, and I'm like, where? Because I go. Shut Your Mouth says, I'm good. Awesome, awesome. I like going and doing things. I don't think I have. They say, you have anxiety. But in a way, I guess I kind of do, because if I don't take my medicine, I feel anxious. But I think that's because my mind goes 500 miles a minute. I'm eating a Smartie. I've been craving these things for a week now. I used to, but if there are too many people, I freak. Just knock them out of your way. Yeah, I was craving the Smarties. You passed up the Peeps. Yes, I did, in a New York minute. Screw the Peeps. So this is something I've been thinking about forever. I mean, forever. I was wanting to do it a while ago. And I got to thinking how people treat others like they're throwaways, and they're not. Snickers is my anxiety. Makes me have eye ticks plus my fingers twitch. That's when I know I'm about to have a bad anxiety attack. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. The one heart attack I had, it wasn't a big one, but I went to the hospital for it. And they kept asking me, "Are you sure you're not having a panic attack?" I don't get panic attacks. Are you sure you're not having a panic attack? I don't get panic attacks. We think you're having a panic attack. Dude, that's when they let me lay there all night. And they took me up to the room and had me on a nitro drip. If I'm having a panic attack, why are you giving me a nitro drip? Really? And that's when the damage was done. Oh my gosh, all your past reflection. You said last night, I can actually say I've been here with you. You've grown much wiser. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know what I said, but whatever I said was the truth. But, oh, okay, now I know what you're talking about, Judith. Yeah. You should always get wiser as you get older. That's for sure. Well, that's smarty. Awesome. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm glad whoever said earlier said they're not in a wheelchair yet or whatever, but it's an eye-opener for them. I'm glad it is. I'm so glad it is. My next one I should do at the 21st Street Walmart. Watch me get kicked out of there quick. Yes, I've been at the hospital due to anxiety. Shitty thing is, one doctor accused me of being on something. I'm like, take blood. I don't do drugs. Idiot. He was like, your heart is racing. Well, no shit. I remember your stream from the hospital. Yeah, I did a couple of them. Yeah. Yes. And you know what's sad is that I go through that shit by myself. And, because shit happens when no one's there. Stop and get me. I will go with you, says Deonda. I will. Oh, that'll be funny. Two people that hate each other going through Walmart arguing. Me and Deonda love to hate each other. It's called a love-hate relationship. Laugh myself, right? That's why it's called practicing medicine. The doctors sometimes don't know it all. They read just like we do. But they're more in depth. I mean, they really go through it. Oh, yeah. I was there with you under my son's name. I remember. I remember. At least that's what people think, yeah. Oh, talk about being pissed off. I went for help and got accused. Got it. I went for help and got accused. My girlfriend went off. Got accused of what? I went for help and got accused. Oh, got accused of being on drugs? I'd like to see one doctor accuse me of that bullshit. Just one doctor. Just go ahead. I'll be like, look, if I was on drugs, would I be this fat? I mean, come on. I'm not on meth or anything. I love people. I love people who accuse people of being on meth and shit. And I'm sitting there thinking, that lady is a good 250, 300 pounds. Healthy. Skin looks good. She got all her teeth. Her hair is not stringy and stuff. Yeah, she's really on meth. Oh, how we've grown together and on each other. Love you so much. Oh, Judith, I would be upset if you never came back. I really would. I know you were gone for a while, but you know what I said about being on something when it was due to my anxiety. They think we fake attacks to get drugs. That's what I said. Do I look like I'm on something? Yeah. I'll be like, look, I got great teeth. My hair's good. My skin's not splotchy. It's fine. You know, I'm a big woman. Please. That's so funny. That really is. That is really funny. No bedside manner. I love the ones that are cocky and have bedside manners. I really do. That's why I was telling you about Dr. Gabor earlier. He was so funny. And now my heart doctor, my other cardiologist, Dr. Rajib, he's just as cocky. Let's go to Walmart again. My phone is like on 3%. They think because they have a degree, they know it all. Well, they certainly know more than us. They certainly do. Very hard time, but I'm here now. Ain't going nowhere. Good, Judith. I'm glad you're getting through whatever it is. I love him. He's mom's dog. Yeah, Dr. Rajib. Me and Deanna's mom's dog has the same doctor. He's just as cocky, but he's funny because he'll sit there. He told me one time. He says, "You're on what was I on? I forget what I was on. Oh my god!" And I had been on it for years. And he says, "Why are you still on this?" He said, "This is a powerful drug." And I said, "You're the one who prescribes it." He says, "Why do you let me?" I said, "I don't know, doc. You're the doc." Doctors Google all that shit. But I know my body and my attacks, and when they treat me like I'm lying, it pisses me off. My doctor from back in a high passed away just over a year ago, and I'm older. Aw. Hit that like for the Les, y'all. Yeah, Cassandra is Roasted Studios. That's her second channel. I love it. I love him. He's straight into the point. Yeah, I do like it. But I just love how he asks me some dumb questions sometimes. Just like when the night that they let me lay in there, they said that I was having a panic attack, but yet had me on a nitro drip all night. Took me up to the room, had me on a nitro drip all night, but I was having a panic attack, folks. And he comes flying in the morning. He says, "What are you doing here? You're having a heart attack. Why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just enjoying the view." He says, "Go. You got to go now." And it was like, I mean, I've never been prepped so quick. 5 minutes later, boom, my ass was in the OR. He saved my aunt's life. Yeah. He's good. But that's so funny. Some of the questions he asks me, I can see him doing that. He did. He comes in. It was almost like a cartoon. He comes in, and you know how people will walk in and they slide on one foot. It was like he was doing that kind of thing. And I was just like, I'm just enjoying the view. No, you gotta go. You gotta go now. But I'm glad he did that. And the reason why he did that was his nurse saw my name. She said, I was reading the list and I saw your name on there. And she went, uh-oh. And she pulled my file immediately. She told me this herself. And she said, I told Dr. Rajub, she said, Dr. Rajub, you know her. She is in this hospital for a reason. She never comes to the hospital. You need to look at her. And he looked at everything and he was not happy. They let me lay there. And I told them when I went in there, I said, call Dr. Rajub. Call my doctor. Call my doctor. No, you're having a panic attack. Are you sure? No, I'm not having a panic attack. I know what my body feels like. No, he wasn't. And it was funny because they didn't give me enough of that anesthesia. So I woke up and me, nosy as I am, because I've always wanted to watch my own stint and shit like that, you know? I've always wanted, so I moved my head. He says, don't move your head. And I was like, oh, you're still in there. So they had to knock me out again. And they knock you out quick. They do. They knock your ass out quick. I don't know what they give you, but that shit works like now. I'm falling asleep, but I'll be listening. Love y'all. Yeah, I'm going to have to end it. It's 3 o'clock. And tell you the truth, I want to get into a tank top and shorts. It's hot. But I'm going to wait till after I smoke this. Cool channel name. Ron Whiskey, hello. I can see a baby net to the door. I don't think so. I would love to watch an angioplasty. Yeah, that ain't fair because a friend of mine got to watch hers. And I'm the one who's into that shit. I'll be like, I promise I won't move. Did they draw blood to look for heart enzymes that could show if you had a heart attack? I was in the middle of one. No, they didn't. I swear that's why I should have sued, but it's hard, but last night really started to help. I'm not 100%, but I'm trying. Judith, that's all we can do is try. That's all we can do is try. You know, I know I suffer from depression. The only thing I can do is try. That's all any of us can do is just try. Does it work all the time? No. Wow, how crazy. I know. That's why you could tell he was not happy. But his main concern was me at that moment. His main concern was me. And I told his nurse, I said, "Thank you." And I'm just trying to get through Tuesday. Rough week. Yeah, I told this nurse thank you, and she said, "No, I just knew." She said, "I know you, and he knows you. You don't come to the hospital." He was pissed off because I had a small one at home. He said, "What did you do?" I said, "I just took baby aspirin and chilled." He said, "You what?" He said, "You need to come to the hospital." I said, "It wasn't that big." He says, "I don't care." So he did an EKG. He just went like that. He said, he just shook his head. He says, "I can't believe you." And so, yeah, don't forget to love yourself and give back to yourself. You all deserve to put up a fight for yourselves, but don't fight yourself. Uh, I don't. I know who I am. Like I said, I put up with a lot of shit, but when I'm done, I'm done. When I'm finally done, I'm done. I do. I put up with a lot of shit, even for myself. Um, Les, we need you. I'm not going nowhere. I promise. I'm not going nowhere. I will. I'll be here for as long as it takes. I have no plans on going anywhere. I may be doing different things, but I'm not going nowhere. And I'm not going nowhere as far as my body. I've got things to do. I've got things to experience. I've got people I want to see and promises to keep and that kind of thing. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'm still needed. So she's a tough cookie. Aren't we though, Deonda? Aren't we? Yeah. Been through a lot. White picket fence. Well, ladies, set my phone to update when I am asleep. Oops. It is resetting. I need to go to bed. Okay, hon. I understand. You have a good night. Liz, have you ever said what state you live in? Yeah, I live in Ohio. Yeah. Yeah, I live in Ohio. You need to bake and share your recipes. Oh, yeah. People really want me to do that kind of stuff. Red's been gone 9 years as of the 14th. Well, I liked Fred. He was a nice guy. I don't know how the hell he put up with Beyond all them years, but shit. My favorite person is Deonda's mom. She's. I'd rather hang out with Deonda's mom than Deonda any day. Judith Vero's a troll. You should come see her. I know. I really need to. I doubt if she remember who I am, actually. But she's. I'd rather spend all day. I'd rather spend 20 minutes with Deonda's mom than all day with Deonda. Oh God, her mom's a firecracker. Oh, I love her. To always have. Always have. She's a straight shooter, and I love it. And she has no filter. No filter. None. She just says it, and you can't help but laugh. Judith, you're mean. No, it is true. I'm speaking the truth. I'm not mean. I'm speaking the truth. Yeah, her mom. Oh God, Deanna looks like her mom. Nope, and it's gotten worse. I can just imagine. I can just imagine her mom not getting worse. That can't get worse than what she was. I'm telling you. It can't. True story, Judith. Look, it ain't nothing I've never said to Deanna. I said that years ago. When I first met her mom, I said, I'd rather hang out with her. I swear to God I did. And you guys, you know how this is, you know how we were talking the other night that, you know, if you just listen to the older generation, you know, the things you learn in this and that. Oh my God. Her mom. I don't even know if I'm old enough to hear it sometimes. You would love my girls. They're the same. Oh God. I thought my mom was bad. Jeezy cow. Fran Fran always said we should get my mom and her mom together. That would have been funny, Deonda. Just let your mom and my mom meet. That would have been hilarious. And then I know your mom would have said, that lady's loony. Sometimes she embarrasses me so bad. No, you're just the one embarrassed. Everyone else is loving it. Everyone else is loving it. Still can't. No, my mom, she doesn't leave the top floor of her home hardly. So I said, what was the point of putting their stair lift in the house if you don't go downstairs? What was the point? Mom's a firecracker. She is. She really is. It's funny. Her mom is fun. She really is fun. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. It is way, 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 way past my time, but hey, that's the way it is. I'm going to go change into some PJs. It probably takes a long time to go down. No, there's only 8 steps. No, the thing isn't, it doesn't take that long, honestly. We were playing on it one day. We were playing on my mom's stairlift chairs. You have a long set that's about 14 steps that goes from the kitchen to the den. Then there's about 8 steps going from the living room, which is the living room, dining room, kitchen, going upstairs to the bedrooms. There's about 8 steps, and we were playing on them. Mom told me, she's like, Les, you really ought to try it. So I was playing on them. Go down, go up, go down, go up. So everybody, I appreciate you being here. I bet it was fun. It is. I especially, you know, I said we ought to have races. Dead serious. I can imagine my grandkids on them things. Oh my God. And mom would let them. That's just what's nuts. My mom would let them play with her chairs. She'd be like, Les, I got this. Mom, she's like, Les, I got this. I'm like, okay. I said, Mom, do you ever use that seatbelt? She says, hell no. It's not like it's knocking 90 going up and down the steps. But I want to appreciate, I appreciate everybody for coming. I really do appreciate it. My cardboard in the chairs. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I love your mom. I'm glad you do. You can go take care of her. I'm just kidding. I appreciate everybody for being in here. And I'm going to try to make it again tomorrow night. Michelle Reese, I didn't even know you were here. Hello. I'm going to try to be on again tomorrow night. I'm going to try it. Hopefully, if I don't fall asleep again. I literally slept all day. That's pretty sad, but at least we got something accomplished. I got out of the house at least for a little bit. So, everybody, good night, and we'll talk later. Have a good night. Great day tomorrow. Bye.